The beginning of America until 1970, the country was always about 80 to 90% white, 10 to 20% black. That's what America was.
And you want to keep it that way?
I
That
think
sounds
the American
racist.
people should have been, exactly, that's what they say now. I think the American people should have been asked about it.
This Roman lived in York, and this Roman was a woman. All we know about her comes from her bones and what was found with them. She can't have been more than about 20 when she died, and she must have been pretty well off, to judge from the nice jewellery that was found with her. There's actually more to her than that. We can tell from the shape of the skull that she was certainly of mixed race. Either she came from North Africa, or maybe her parents, or perhaps her grandparents.
It was the 1965 Immigration Act, pushed by Teddy Kennedy, supported by Bobby Kennedy and Dean Rusk and the Washington Post, and all of them swore up and down this immigration law will not change the basic demographics of America.
Clearly the demographics changed, but not that much.
Oh, yes, that much.
Roman citizenship was always a gift. You didn't have to pass a citizenship test or pay a fee. You didn't have to learn Latin, and you didn't have to salute the flag. Not that Romans had flags, but you know what I mean.
This religion of diversity. No, diversity is just treated like it's automatically a good thing, like the word organic. And we have diversity plus lottery, because, you know, that's how Kate Upton picks who she's going to date. She has a lottery. Otherwise, professional sports players and rock and rollers, they'd have the inside track. You know, the Astros should be getting chess players and the AV team.
Could I ask Anna a
guy
question?
with club foot. It's crazy. We are the greatest country in the world. We should be choosing our people who are going to be our fellow citizens the way the Astros and the Dodgers choose their players, and not be taking people with club feet.
These pieces of bronze must once have been someone's most precious possession. They belong to a man called Reburrus. And what they do is they document the fact that when he completed his years of army service, the emperor had then given him Roman citizenship. It does a bit more than just give him citizenship. It's very clear about that, civitatem. It also gives citizenship to his children, to his descendants, and if he's living with someone as man and wife, the wife gets citizenship too. But if he's a bachelor, then anybody he subsequently marries will get those same rights. Provided, it says, there's no polygamy going on. Dum taxat singuli singulas, as long as it's kind of one each, which I think is probably an attempt to stop any sham marriages for immigration purposes.
Nowhere left to go. It's not helping to have liberals patronizing immigrants with manifest nonsense about America being a nation of immigrants. If U.S. schools still taught U.S. history, this would not come as an exciting surprise. But America is not a nation of immigrants. It's a nation of British and Dutch settlers. We all have a stake in preserving what they created. We, meaning all of us, except the very rich and the Democratic Party. If America disappears, the America liberals hate and Wall Street is indifferent to, everyone will suffer.
Ask a Roman where their race came from, and they would point to their two founding fathers, Aeneas, a refugee from the war at Troy, and Romulus, who attracted citizens to his new city by declaring it an asylum and welcoming runaways and criminals. Rome saw itself as a city of asylum seekers. They would, I suspect, have been more baffled than horrified by the scenes at our borders and on our beaches.
Things can turn overnight when you're bringing in these masses of people from very, very different cultures and make it a hate crime to ask them to assimilate, you know, for the cherry on top. And they have no intent of assimilating. Plus, what are we getting out of this? It's one thing if we're bringing in nuclear scientists or engineers. I don't think we're getting a lot of those. But the vast majority of refugees are just instantly coming in, sucking up welfare that's meant for our people.
When the Emperor Caracalla gave citizenship to every single free inhabitant of the Roman Empire, that made citizens out of 30 million of them at a stroke. It was the biggest grant of its kind in the whole of human history. Don't imagine, though, that this was some early version of a liberal migration policy. Citizenship and alliances with Rome brought obligations as well as privileges, and the main obligation was to fight.